This is the last stitch I know that looks knit, even though it's a crochet stitch. For this, I'm using a Tunisian crochet technique, and to start, I'm going to pull up a loop through every single back loop on the chain. If you're confused about how to work into the back loop, let me know. I have a video on that I can reply to you with. That way it'll be tagged in the comments. Then once I pick up all the loops, I'm going to yarn over, pull through 1 for my turning chain, yarn over and pull through 2, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 until I only have 1 loop left on my hook. Then to start row 2, I'm going to insert my hook. You see that loop right there? I'm going to insert it between those 2, push my hook through the back, yarn over and pull through, and pull up a loop. Do that again, and I'm going to do that until I have the stitches picked up, however many I need. And then to finish row 2, I'm going to do the same thing. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're going to pull through 2 until you only have 1 loop left on your hook. I'll do that for a few rows. And then to finish my swatch, I'm going to slip stitch. So I'm inserting my hook into the stitch the way I did before. I'm going to yarn over, pull through the stitch and the loop on my hook. And that way I only keep 1 loop on my hook. I like to keep the first videos like these very fast for those who are already more advanced in crochet, but if you want the extended version, leave me a comment and I'll reply to it with the video. This is the extended version on how to crochet the Tunisian knit stitch. I have no idea if this is the official name. But I'm going to start with 10 chains because I'm using a regular crochet hook, and I'm going to pull up a loop using the back loop of every single chain. You can get to the back loop by twisting your chain forward so that the V that you see at the top usually is facing down, and that'll expose the back loop, which is the horizontal yarn string that is feeding all the way into the slip knot. I also went up 2 hook sizes than what I normally use. For this medium weight yarn, I'm using a 6.5 millimeter hook, and that's to keep my piece from curling as I start to work more rows. In the next video, I'm going to finish row 1, so go ahead and go to the comment. It'll be tagged in there. This is the extended version of the Tunisian stitch part 2. So when I yarn over and pull through 1, that's considered a turning chain, even though I'm not turning. Then I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat that until I only have 1 loop left on my hook. This is how most foundation rows start in Tunisian crochet, and part 3 for row 2 is going to be tagged in the comments. This is the extended version of the Tunisian knit stitch part 3. I put this first stitch in slow motion so you can see exactly where the hook is being worked into. In order for this stitch to work properly, it's important that the loops are rather large, so it's another reason to go up at least 2 hook sizes when you're working with this weight yarn. The rest of the stitch is in normal speed, and I'm essentially picking up loops similarly to how I did in the foundation row, and I'm going to finish off this row 2 the same way I finished off the foundation row. I will put part 4 in the comments of this video, and it's going to show you how to finish off row 2, but I'm mostly going to talk about the different pointers for Tunisian crochet because it is a very vast technique. I plan on doing a whole series for Tunisian crochet, but for now this is just going to have to do. This is the extended version of the Tunisian knit stitch part 4. I'm finishing off the same way I did the foundation row. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 until I get to the end of the row. I'm also including the slip stitch bit in it so you can watch that again, and we can talk about Tunisian crochet for a minute. So there are Tunisian hooks out there. The difference between a regular hook and a Tunisian hook is that a Tunisian hook is just super long. There is a double-ended crochet hook that is also a Tunisian technique. It is very advanced. It is probably the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life, but it exists. Now you can use these large Tunisian hooks to make larger swatches just because you can fit more loops onto your hook. But if you want to use your regular hook and you don't want to buy a new one right now, you can also use a technique called entrelac. And I'm running out of time, but those are some options.